Welcome back to the NWSL Challenge Cup on CBS Sports. The public address announcer and the national anthem. I think the natural inclination, Lori, is to say these two teams played in the semifinal last year. There's going to be some bad blood. I don't know that that's quite the best way to describe this, however, with all the changes to Chicago's lineup today. Boyd having trouble. Charlie giving chase. Sinclair continues. Colaprico drives it out. By Sinclair, covers. It's a heavy bounce off of McCaskill's effort.
Their first start, it's about getting the ball down, getting your rhythm right away, settling into the game.
We talked to some coaches as this slid forward. Portland can be lethal on set pieces. That sky's over. First game, and Mark Parsons goes, that's average for her. Trotting in here, Weaver. Charlie looking for her second goal in this many games. She goes down. Play on. McCaskill steps in, and that's a fair play. McCaskill livid. Play on for Portland. And the cross in front, Weaver! Boyd stuck her hand out and lifted it over. Nearly Morgan Weaver's first goal in the NWSL.
And that's a fabulous ball. Weighted ball into the on-running Morgan Weaver. She times her run perfectly, stays on side, makes good connection. In the end, easy for Boyd, but that all starts from the midfield. Quick little combination play. They find their
way out to Utah for a month-long tourney. First pro sports league back on the field in the U.S. Charlie delivers. Horan heads. Boyd had that come right to her.
And every time Portland gets it out wide, there's good service into the box. We saw it in the game against North Carolina. They scored off of Lindsey Horan. Her first initial attempt, and it was Simone Charlie.
National teamer. And I made sure to check and see what Lori said during the draft coverage. Weaver flipped over. Horan lunging at it. Bourret. Klingenberg trying to find Horan, who held her on and then charged forward. And it's a full head of steam downfield for Weaver, who cuts inside. Weaver, the second overall pick this year in the draft. Now Charlie, was there a handball? There was.
Oh, tough touch by Charlie. Looks to spin her defense.
Great range of passing to open things up. Floated forward. Horan settles. Sinclair stabs it wide. Weaver Weaver at Boyd. Klingenberg can hit wicked service from this flank. Klingenberg up over Horan. Sinclair, bouncing ball, and caromed ultimately out. Another set piece, this time a corner more than half an hour in. It's Klingenberg. Boyd didn't get a touch. Falls here to Horan, who floats it high. Fox, Weaver, Horan, Sinclair, Hooray, and they go short. And now they loft across towards Sinclair. Comes back to Autumn Smithers. She's playing alongside Evelyn. Foul by Horan. Free kick for Chicago. Lofted up, off the spin, gets out for a goal kick. And there's your halftime whistle. Scoreless between Portland and Chicago in the rematch 2019 semifinal.
Lots of changes for both teams. Bit of sloppy play, couldn't find a rhythm. Imagine going into this halftime, both teams regrouping, come out in the second half with a little bit more fire, more energy, and able to connect their passes, do the simple things around the field. But she needs help around her.
Lubert crossing and swiped out by Bixby. I mean, Stevens was a massive recruit out of high school before she went to Duke. Grayson High School in Georgia.
And there were some question marks her coming in to this league in terms of her physicality. She does like to get on the half turn. She's very smart in her positional play.
Doniak was shown a yellow card here.
Good run by Horan. Doniak just trying to trap.
Emily Mangas came in at halftime for Portland. No Becky Sauerbrunn today due to a hip injury. Something to keep an eye on moving forward in the tournament. It's Katie Johnson. Johnson enters the penalty area. McCaskill curls high. One of the many forwards brought in by Chicago, all of whom, in Rory Dame's opinion, have a chip on their shoulder.
Well, it's the switch at the point of attack. A big ball from the right-hand side out to Katie Johnson that sets her free. McCaskill does a good job of holding her run. It's her first touch.
Doniak, McCaskill. Chicago looking to be more methodical this year. To some extent, that's a decision by the organization. By the same token, without Sam Kerr, it's going to change any side. Taken by Horan. Clever to find Sinclair, and now slipped ahead. There's contact, but staying on her feet. Sinclair lets it through. Horan drives, deflected, caught. And a decent start here for Cassie Miller. Her first touch of the ball in an NWSL match came on at halftime for Emily Boyd. As every team allowed 5 substitutes, a chance to maybe see another goalkeeper.
And that's a easy play make. Find those seams between the lines. Force Chicago defensively to answer some of their questions.
Here comes McCaskill. Flows down. Johnson under pressure. Was ricocheting away on the clearance by Smithers. Davison playing alongside her former college teammate, Kayla Sharples, both out of Northwestern, 4 years together, played at Eclipse together, and now making their first pro start together. Bourret goes down as she was starting to make a run.
Bourret slow to get up. I don't think she knows that Davidson's going to go to ground that quickly. Continues her run through. But Davidson
it down to McCaskill. Chicago trying to hold together here. Tyler Lucy has just come on. Morgan Weaver came off on about 55 plus minutes. And this is struck from distance, goes whistling wide of the post. Horan gave it a good effort.
And why not? We haven't seen either team test goalkeepers from this far out. Horan does a good job of staying with this one, sees an opening.
Excited to see her punt. Sounds silly, but the NFL punt, pass, and kick champion in her younger days. As a cannon. Johnson. And this floated toward McCaskill and snuffed out by Bixby. Stevens has a tough mark. Corner for Portland. No Klingenberg in this second half. Affects the set piece service a bit. Flies up from Westfall, who's clearly hobbled. Smithers plays it forward. There's the cross toward Horan. In the end, it's an easy step for Miller. Tonight, Washington, North Carolina, who will be atop the NWSL Challenge Cup standings come the end of the day. Portland and Chicago trying to find a go-ahead goal here late and put themselves in a better position with seeding coming into a clearer view over the next few days. Lucy, no. Rodriguez will shoot and put it wide of the post. Takes well to coaching.
Maybe Mark Parsons knows his coach, his players well. Clearly, Rocky Rodriguez heard his message. Lucy's taking shots. Fortuitously falls right to the feet of Rodriguez.
Hooray.
I would like to see Rocky Rodriguez play that ball out the other side. Tons of space. Lots of room for those wingers to be able to roam.
Stevens for McCaskill. McCaskill takes it back. Goes down, free kick, Chicago. We saw an incredible free kick by Vero, essentially on the edge of the box down at this end, that sliced the deficit for Utah in their 3-3 draw against Houston yesterday.
In this second half, McCaskill's really stepped up, finding herself on the ball more, creating some trouble. Does a good job of holding on to this one to force the foul in a dangerous area. And much like Vero, McCaskill, excellent free kick placer. Seeing her score some goals in college and Sky Blue from this spot.
Savannah McCaskill trying to reestablish herself. Is this her moment? McCaskill strikes for goal and put it wide. Had the right idea. Only one goal last season for McCaskill.
And she can strike a ball. She pulls that one just outside the crossbar, but good pace, good dip. And she knows that was a solid opportunity late in the game.
Bogarsh doing a bit of orchestrating. Rodriguez, the Costa Rican. This will bounce through. Bourret won't get there. Ella Stevens arrived late. Rodriguez brought down at the penalty spot. And turned back again. And now out in front. Have Portland fans thinking they had the late winner.
And that's a good late run in by Bourret.
Hydration break in this second half.
Been difficult for Chicago to get out of their own end the last 10 minutes. Can Portland continue to keep this pressure up, switch to point of attack, be patient? Plenty of time with 6 minutes of extra time.
That's what we're hearing from the sideline. Westfall on the move, lays it off, chance! Just gets wide for Ogle. Opportunity here in front of goal.
And this is exactly what Mark Parsons wants. Wide play, combination play to allow Kristen Westfall to get up the field in advanced position.
Rodriguez. Clearance right into the teeth of Portland. This skips off the crossbar. Autumn Smithers from distance. Blistering. Tattoos the bar. That would have been a total stunner.
And talk about taking opportunities from outside the box. Okay, Autumn Smithers steps up, sees the space, just unleashes.
Bogarsh bounds away. Ogle. Final seconds. Westfall. It's a throw to the Thorns have time. They won't. Full time. Scoreless between Portland and Chicago. They're both off the schneid. They both resigned to take 1 point out of this. And so there is now a massive deadlock after 5 games played at 1 point apiece. Washington and North Carolina at the top. We've got plenty of postgame coming up. You're watching the NWSL Challenge Cup presented by P&G and Secret.